What? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to I Review It All, and this is going to be a video where we're gonna look at my Keepall 55 bandolier in Damier Cobalt. But before I do that, I have a feeling I have to say a couple of words. Some of you have kind of noticed I've been out of action for the last 3-4 weeks almost. And I was really touched because some of you have reached out and you said you kind of ask if everything's okay, what's happening. There's been no videos, there's lack of Instagram posts, so I'll address this in the beginning before I go into the bag. So mainly the reason for that is I've been kind of busy. I've been also traveling a bit. I've been a bit at home, and I also traveled a bit for work. And I had some, other personal things which, I don't want to disclose on this at this time. But anyway, I'm back. I'm here. I am excited to do, this video for you guys, and I just hope you will enjoy it. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So today we're gonna talk about my Keepall 55, as I mentioned already, and it comes in this ginormous dust bag. It's one of those dust bags which it's kind of like a sack. It has a drawstring on the top, and this is how you get the bag out. And let me draw it out. So here it is. So here's the dust bag, and here is the bag itself. So as I said, it is the 55, and the color wave is the Damier Cobalt, meaning that it does have this kind of bluish gray squares instead of like kind of gray squares. If that doesn't make sense, if this does make any sense, like the Damier Graphite. So it is kind of different also compared to the Damier Graphite pieces. The leather on these ones is much softer, and not as I would say, it's more matte, it's more mattified color. So try to step back a bit, so you guys see that. We probably know Keepall 55, it means that this dimension on the top here is 55. I'm not sure exactly what the other dimensions are, but I will include them down in the description or in this video. So what do you get with this bag? So Keepalls basically, they come in two flavor. One is the bandolier, which is this one, and you have the non-bandolier version. So the difference is that you get these two D-rings on the side, plus you get a strap. So that's the difference. So if you get a normal Keepall, you will not have this rings, or normal, or the one which is not the bandolier version. So if you want to have the cross the shoulder strap option to carry this bag, and believe me, you want to have that, you need to go with the bandolier one. The second thing is, as I said, the sizes vary. You can get a smaller version of this bag, which is 45, and then you have the 55, and maybe the 50, I'm not sure, but definitely the most popular ones are the 45 and the 55, and I do believe, at least what I have saw recently, the bandolier is the preferred version. As of bag, it's a very classic design, very Louis Vuitton. It's from their luggage collection, and basically it's just a ginormous hole inside, which zips here on the top, and you have a big carrying space inside of this bag. So if I start from the outside, so there's no pockets here, no pockets on the front here, nothing here, and nothing on this. So there's no external pockets on this bag. Inside though, this one has a little pocket, and I think that's a bit of a difference to some of the other ones. I believe that the Eben or the monogram version of this bag does not have the internal pockets. I think that's kind of you know, available on this one, and I think also on the Makassar version, but don't, you know, don't keep me for that. I have, of course, this comes with a lock. Mine is, as you can see here. I tend to carry it outside because I just think it looks nice. And of course it comes with a luggage tag. I do not have one here because I tend to wear them on my porte-document jour and some other bags. But you know, I have stamped this one, I think, just with the blue S. But you do get a luggage tag with this bag. Another thing that you get is this strap holder. And this is basically meant to kind of keep these two handles, I mean straps, handle holder, to keep these handles in place like this for, let's say, easier reach, so they don't, you know, kind of hang on each side here. And that's about it from the outside. And then, as I said, you have the zipper. This bag is with the silver hardware, as all the, you know, Damier Cobalt bags are. And of course you have the LV zippers, which of course feature the two hooks here where you attach the lock. So now my bag is stored exactly as you see it now. So I have it in the dust bag, and then inside I'm going to show you what I have in mine. And that's a little tip I can give you. So this is this piece. So it's just a little piece of leather, which you can, you know, just close around and attach it like so to your handles. And as I unzip this bag, and the zippers are very smooth on this bag, as with all Louis Vuitton items pretty much. Inside I keep the strap, and I'll come to the strap back. And what I have inside here is a large pillow. So what I do actually is I go to IKEA or Kika or something like that, and I buy the cheapest pillows I can get, you know, because I'm not gonna use them for sleeping, and I stuff my bags with it. This particular pillow is nice because, as you can see, it's really big, so it's, I think, longer than the bag. Let me just try that. Yeah, you see, it's longer than the bag, but it's, you know, the amount of stuffing is not that big. So when I put it inside the bag, I think it's a perfect fit. So I do recommend it. They don't cost a lot. I think this cost me like 5 euros, 7 euros, maybe 10 euros. But it's really, you know, something to consider if you want to keep the shape of this bag. So now back to the bag. As I said, the handles are of this soft kind of mattified dark blue leather. I think they look really beautiful on the pieces which are Damier Cobalt. And inside, as I mentioned, there is just a huge, ginormous storage place. There's nothing else in here aside from the pocket on my particular bag, and that's like a flat pocket, as you can see. So we kind of flap it out. There it goes. Mine was made in France, says so on the tag here. And you know, this does not zip, and actually it is kind of let me show you this, guys. I think I will be able to show you. See, the material on this is kind of waterproof, so I have a feeling this pocket is meant for you to put something if you're traveling and you know you're kind of have something which is wet, and you don't want to kind of stuff it in the bag, maybe to put it in some bag and then also in this pocket, kind of double protection. At least that's what I think it is for, because it is rubberized and waterproof inside. And of course the other stuff what it has is the D-ring, which is here, where you can attach keys or something, or you know, just something that you would not lose, or a mini pochette if you have one. I usually put a mini pochette in here if I use this bag. And that's about it. And as I said, nothing else in here. Let me try to show you the interior. There we go. It's a bit dirty, but you know, you get the point. The interior on this one is black or really dark blue. I'm not sure now. I would say it's black, to be completely honest with you. And that's about it. Nothing more to this bag. It's a very simple design, and this is how it looks when it's empty. It sags a bit, as you can see yourself, as would a Speedy do, or you know, any other bag like Neverfull or something like that that doesn't have structure. And that's about it. Not much more to this bag. These bags are really iconic, and they are desirable, I still think quite desirable as a luggage piece. And really nice bags, you know, really a statement bag to have. Now, how do you pack a bag like this? I didn't prepare, you know, to kind of have stuff packed, but I'm gonna show you something what I have. And I have shared this with my good buddy Chris. So I have, you know, the same booklet that I sent to Chris. And you can ask your essay for this kind of booklet. You know, if you're good with your essay, ask him for a booklet on how to pack. The art of packing. It's called the art of packing. And here inside you have different ways how you can pack your bags. And of course, one of them, and let me try to extend this so I show you these guys, is on how you pack a Keepall. See? This is how this looks like. Then you have like how to fold it if you're not using it. And you know, here's actually the packing piece. And pause that for yourself if you want to kind of make a screenshot of this. A really nice, you know, piece of literature or a cardboard kind of, I would say, instruction on how you pack your luggage pieces. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you how I pack mine and maybe give you a tip or two. So first of all, what I don't do on mine is when I use it, is I don't put my shoes on the bottom. And I advise you not to put your shoes on the bottom. The reason for this is that the bag will, you know, the bag will start to sag. Because, as I said, it doesn't have a firm construction. And let me try to put this back on. There. So the big pillow is inside now. Anyway, so I do not recommend you to put your heavy items on the bottom of this bag. The reason for this is that the bag will sag out. What I like to do is I like to layer my bag on the bottom with some clothes to kind of mimic a more sturdier bottom. And then I would put my shoes on. I would use one of these, you know, Louis Vuitton or whatever, if you don't have a Louis Vuitton one, bags for shoes, and then I would, you know, put the shoes. But I would layer the shoes somewhere in the middle, together with my cosmetic pouch. I would never put the you know, the heavy items on the bottom, because it is going to put more strain on this part. And when you're carrying the bag, you get the idea. It's going to just, you know, it's going to put too much strain here, because imagine those would be the heavier items here, and then you would you know, put your other clothes and whatever you're carrying, and then it's just gonna, you know, even push more on this bulkier item. Is gonna try to push them through on, I mean, push them on the canvas. So I do not recommend it. So I do, you know, recommend you to layer your bag, because especially with the 55, guys, this one gets really heavy. Last thing what I want to mention is the strap. So you do get this strap. This is a leather strap, has you know, the Louis Vuitton hooks in the end, and it's leather. It's the same kind of color, kind of matte blue, and it has this piece here which is, you know, sitting here on the shoulder. And you know, this strap is really, let me put it on the back. This strap is really a godsend, because with this bag, when you pack this bag, and especially the 55, I mean, this gets really heavy. So, you know, this strap is really a necessity with the 55, in my honest opinion, because it just, the bag really becomes super heavy. And this goes to another tip that I can give you about these bags is, try the 45 out. And if you're able, you know, because if you're able to pack yourself in a 45, and mostly it's going to be enough for you, the 45, maybe rather go with a 45. I just, proportion wise, you know, if you look at this one, this is a long, big ass bag. Proportion wise, 45 for me, it's more of a classic looking Keepall, if that makes any sense. Plus, when you load it, it's lighter, and just, you know, I don't know, just for me it looks better. On the other side, if you're not able to pack yourself in a 45, then you need to get a 55. I'm an overpacker, so I got a 55, but you know, I might want to consider to get a 45 down the road. I don't know. Another thing it is, you know, like a limitation with this bag that I have is, you know, I use this bag when I don't travel. I don't use it when I travel with the plane, and the reason for that is I don't want to check it in. It is okay to carry, you know, so it is cabin luggage approved, but sometimes, you know, they tell you we need to check in your bag, and you know, I just don't want to go, you know, with this problem to this bag. I have a Samsonite roller which I don't care if they bash it till the end of the, you know, its days. I just don't care. But with this bag, they would check it, and you know, they would scratch it up, or it would get teared up, or whatever. It would just break my heart, so I don't do that. I do use it on the other side when I travel in my car. You know, that's a perfect bag to use because, you know, it's in controlled environment, and you know, it's just a joy to use. It's a beautiful bag. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video review of the Keepall 45. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope I have brought you some information about this bag. If you're currently in the market for a bag like that, I say check it. If you like it, go for it. As I talked about some of the downsides, as I said, it gets pretty heavy. You know, you need to carry it around, so when it's full, it is a bit of a you know, a pain, to call it that way, but it is a gorgeous bag. It just, you know, it makes me happy. This bag makes me happy. I was on a verge actually to sell this bag, but I just, you know, because I don't use it that much, but you know, whenever I use it, I feel like $1,000,000. It gets a lot of compliments, it gets a lot of attention, this bag. So if you're not after attention, maybe that's not the bag for you. This one still, it is a bit incognito. You know, imagine if you go with this one in the a monogram print, or even in a band, you know, that one's even more in your face. This one, it is a bit more incognito, but still, you know, people recognize what it is. So, you know, if you don't like that, you know, people recognize or are looking at you or whatever, that this bag might not be for you. It is a big one, the 55, as I told you before. Do check it out. In my honest opinion, 45 is a bit nicer looking bag proportion wise, but it doesn't mean, you know, it's not, you know, you need to go for the 45. There is the 55, maybe you need more space like I do. Or, you know, if you can get, you know, your stuff in the 45. 45 is a great weekender bag. This one can go for more than just a weekend. So it depends, of course, on the usage scenario, how you're going to use your bag. But you can't go wrong with either or. It just depends on how you're going to utilize it. Once again, thank you all for watching the video. Once again, thank you all for your support, for your kind questions in the recent weeks when I was a bit away. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks again, and bye for now.